Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afaf from 8.1, and today I want to give a presentation about my research project, which is titled The Application of Physical Education to Build Body and Soul of MTSB Students. So I've asked for your attention, and please listen to what I have to say. So first, we'll go on to the background. Humans consist of mainly two aspects, which are body and soul. The body is a physical aspect which helps individuals and allows them to carry out daily activities, while the soul is the characteristic attitude and is the thought process of a person. Now, in this modern era, people tend to focus on other things other than their health and well-being. This can cause some problems since if the health of a person is cast aside and ignored, then it can become in a weak state, which can create illnesses or diseases and can cause problems. Now, if the body is weak, then the mind also becomes weak because the soul is dependent on the body. And this problem can easily occur within MTSB students because most of the students don't really pay attention to their health as much as they should. And this creates an unhealthy condition of their body. And now we can go to problem formulation, which are the questions for my project. And I have two questions here. The first one is, what factors can influence the development of the mental and physical health of MTSB students? And then two is, how can good physical education be implemented to develop the body and soul of MTSB students? And next, we have research objectives. The first one is to find out how to prevent a reduction in the mental and physical health of MTSB students. And the second is to find out the application of physical education to develop the body and soul of MTSB students. And after all that, we can finally move on to the discussion. So the material and lesson I want to explain today is science. Now, having a good physical education helps to improve health and blood circulation, which is very important because it is a part of our human system. Now, the blood circulation or the circulation system is a system in our body that helps to spread oxygen and nutrients to all cells in our body, which really helps improve our health. And if a student is active regularly, then their blood flow will become more stable and it can help increase their well-being. After exercising, the blood flows easily throughout the body, which is why physical education can be very important towards our circulation system. And I can just skip the other materials for now because I will go straight to the conclusion. Okay, sorry. So with all that, it can be concluded that physical education is very important for us, and there are many factors that can influence a person's physical and mental aspect, one of it is social factors. It can be discrimination against them, and it can be a stigma or living in a bad environment around bad people. These problems can be overcome with good physical education application, which can be effective teaching methods such as cooperative activities or regularly doing physical education. And that is it. Are there any questions?
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Any question? From mother? There is no question? Okay, I will ask you about explain the reason why you choose this title.
Okay, well, the reason that I chose this title is because I see very often that in my school, that in MTSP, the students are not very well paying attention to their health, and they usually get sick a lot, so they miss some important lessons, and then they kind of get confused on the materials. So I decided this title because I think it's very important for us to take care of our health and that we should always maintain it in a good condition.
Okay, in your opinion, how the ways to develop the body and soul of MTSB student?
Well, the first thing is that the soul really relies on the condition of the body, so we should prioritize the condition of our body. And through that, we can do physical education or exercising regularly because it can create a good condition for our body and can improve both our body and soul.
And how about the connection with religion?
Oh, religion. Okay, so in religion, there's a material called the Al-Quran is a guide of life for Muslims. And in the Al-Quran, there are many verses and surahs from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which are the ways to improve our body and soul and how to take care of it properly. So, while following the Quran, we can improve both our body and soul because everything in the Quran is always correct and absolute.
Okay, the last question, how about the connection with math?
Okay, so with math, in math there is a material called ratio, and ratio is the equivalent of the in with ratio, we can implement it in daily life by knowing our rations of food and our diet, because to have a good physical body, we should be focused on our food and know what is healthy and unhealthy for our body, because if our body has too much unnecessary food and materials, then it can become in a very weak state.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. You can close.
Okay, so thank you all for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.